Hello my friends and welcome back to another Plan With Me video. So today I'm going to be using this kit which is stinking adorable. This is a new one in my shop, so Coco and Fluff. Sounds Fishy 8-page kit, and it is so bright and so fun, and I just love these little fish. They just make me smile, so I had to use it even though I haven't even finished putting all this stuff on the website yet. As of when I did this video, I just popped it out and had to use it. So here are all of the pages, so all 8 pages. I'm just going to flip through it really fast. I am having to do a voiceover. It was just one of those days where I could not talk while I was doing the Plan With Me, because there was too many things going on around behind me. So I am trying to talk, and then I kept getting interrupted, and then finally you'll see towards the end of the video I stopped trying to point stuff out because I just stopped trying to talk. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to voice over this video. It's just one of those days. Do you ever have those days where it's just like everything is so chaos around you that you can't get anything done? Yeah, that was that kind of a day. So I'm going to put down my date covers, and these are so cute. I love the way they came out with that underwater thing. Oh my gosh, these are so fun. This is probably one of my favorite spreads. By the time I got done with this spread, it was so fun that I just really wanted to use it actually more than once. So one of the things I was showing you there is that when I cut this, so I printed it, I cut it, and I did it really quick, and I wasn't really paying attention. I just changed out the blade on my machine, and so I cut it too deep. So I'm like having to like a little struggle bus going on trying to get some of these stickers off, and then you'll see me just kind of cut some of the stuff out where I'm just like, oh my god, will you just come up? Because it was just a big pain in the neck. I do obviously check my stuff when I put it up for you guys. I always do tests, probably about, kind of curious from other sticker shop owners how often you do it, but how many pages do you go through before you check it again? So usually I'm checking about every 20 or so pages to make sure that it's still pulling up easy and it's not difficult or cut too deep or whatever. But I know some people do it sooner, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm doing it too much, or I don't know, but I check about every 20 pages, cut pages, and then for each machine. So I have 4 machines that run at different times. Sometimes if I'm just doing something for me, then I just use my tried and true, and her name is Bella. That is the name of the machine that works the best for me. I very rarely have miscuts on Bella. Now my other 3 machines are spotty. They're hit or miss. Sometimes I can go through several pages and not have any miscuts, and then other times I'm like, what are you cutting? Like, do you even see what is in front of you that you're supposed to be cutting? Because this isn't even the same thing that I put through to the machine. Like, it's those kind of machines. So anyway, back to the planner. I have done something new, and I'm going to continue with it because I absolutely love it. Is I have been coloring and kiss cutting the date dots. So I think that it comes out so much cuter when the date dots are like this, where it's the white with the whatever color your headers are or your date covers are. I try to do that, like match that color in it, and I think it just looks so seamless and so much nicer than just a big white dot in the middle. So that's what you're going to get from me every single time. And then I'm just going to start putting down my boxes. So I got this really cute double box, which reminds me of like one of those little aquariums, you know, like the little glass aquarium that you would stick on your like desk or something like that with just a couple fish in it. That's what it reminds me of. And these guys are so cute. I used to have a goldfish with those big eyes, like the one in the corner right there with the big bubbly eyes, and I called her name was Bubbles, and that was when I was a teenager. I haven't had a fish tank since. I did try to get my husband to let me have a fish tank, because have you seen the beautiful colored fish that they have now for just regular water fish tanks? I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one for the office eventually when he's not looking. I'm just going to sneak in, and I'm going to pick one up, and I'm going to get one because I absolutely love the colors of those fish. And it's not that hard to take care of them anymore. As long as you don't go crazy and get like a giant saltwater tank or something like that, I don't think it's that hard, because the new fish tanks with the filters and the way that, you know, they take care of them, the fish tank so well that there isn't a ton of stuff. And if you get like a bottom feeder, I don't know. I don't know. If you have fish tanks, let me know. Let me know if I'm like dreaming and it's really a big pain in the neck and I'm going to be like all sad if I get one, or if I'm right. If it's not as hard as it used to be. When I was a kid, it was a pain in the neck. You had to take your fish out every week, clean the tank. Even with a bottom feeder, we had to do that all the time, and my mom hated it. She absolutely hated it because, like I said, I was a kid at the time. So I helped as much as a kid would help, but she was the one that had to do it, and she didn't like it. So As usual, I'm just going to put down my sidebar, and I decided that I wanted to use the dividers like in between each thing, and then I'm totally going to end up redoing some of this towards the end, so don't even pay attention to what I'm doing right now. I thought I wanted to leave the July 2023 thing at the bottom, but then I got further in and I was like, what am I doing? I don't have any place to put my meal prep tracker thing, because that's what I wanted to put on this on the side. And so then I was like, what am I don't know, you'll see, I'll go back and fix it later. And then I'm just going to start putting stuff down. So I did kind of change around. Sorry, I'm just going to kind of shift around in my chair here. I did kind of change up the way that I've been doing my planners after this spread to more of a uniform place for the checklists, because I find myself like searching for the checklists in each day, especially when the planner starts to get really full, just to kind of reference back to when I did something or if I needed to do something. And so I decided to try something different. And I've seen Sarah from Pinnacle Sticker Co. She does it all the time. Her check boxes, she uses them religiously like I do every single day. She has a checkbox on there, but they're all lined up nice and neat and easy to find. And it just seems like it's so much neater. So I did start doing that in the planner, the spreads that I've done since I did this one, but I haven't, you'll see it in the next one. So the next video is going to be my son's birthday week, and I'm going to be using Some Little Things kit, and you'll see it there. So I'll show you what I mean by kind of making things a little bit more uniform. I do like the scatter, just because it's like random, and it's like, sometimes it reminds me of like a Where's Waldo. That's what my daughter calls she calls my office and my shop her Where's Waldo rooms, because you can sit here and just look around and you could look at each wall 100 times and see something different every single time. Like every single time. I have been collecting things my whole life, and it's not like hoarder style stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not like that. It's very organized and very strategically placed. Everything that I have on the walls, like I can tell you right where everything is in this room, but my daughter she'll just come in and sit in the recliner and look around, and she's like, oh, when did you get that? Oh, what's that? And that's what she calls it. She says it's the Where's Waldo's room, and if you ever ask her to go find something in the room for you, she'll be gone for like an hour. You won't see her. You'll have to come down and rescue her because she's so busy like looking for stuff and getting distracted by everything else. So it's actually probably not a good room for somebody like who has ADHD because it's really easy to get distracted in here. But like I said, I've been collecting forever, and I have Legos all over this room. Like I have different shelves in my office. I think you guys already know because you've seen how many Lego things that I put up, as far as like stickers to make them and stickers to buy them and stuff like that. So you probably have a pretty good idea that I'm a big Lego nerd. Love them, especially the Harry Potter ones. So I have the entire Diagon Alley all lit up, and it's all the way across one of those big IKEA cube, like it takes up a whole wall, and I have Diagon Alley all across the top, and I'm so excited because they finally came out with the Gringotts to match it. The Gringotts Bank is coming out at the end of this month. Now granted, it's as expensive as the Diagon Alley was, which was, I think, I want to say $4.99 was Diagon Alley, and I think Diagon, I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it like Harry Potter did when he was in the flu. Diagonally. Anyway, so I know it's just as expensive, but I'm still gonna get it because I need to finish off my little Harry Potter shelf over there. So I have that, and then I have the Harry Potter castle on another shelf, and then I have actually pretty much have all of the Harry Potter Legos, and they're all set up in different areas of the room. So I have all of that, plus all the things that I get sent in all of my boxes, the things that are really important to me that I like keychains, and I don't know, it's just, I just have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff, and I think anybody that comes in this room, my sister-in-law included, everybody that comes in this room is just like fascinated by all the things. And usually they end up leaving with stuff because if they've never been here before and they're like, oh my gosh, I love that. I'm like, here, take it. And the reason why I give stuff like that away to people is because I know it's not something that they would ever pick up on their own. And then every time they look at it, they think about me. That's just my little selfish way of making my family think about me when they're not around me. So I'm almost done. Look at that. I just chatted all the way through to laying down all these stickers, because then we're going to get into the fun stuff, because this isn't the fun stuff to me. The fun stuff is laying down all of the little quote boxes and all the little icons and all that kind of stuff, the scripts, and just like getting the week ready. And yes, this is a little far behind. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up. I am caught up now. As of when I'm doing this voiceover and getting this video ready to go out, I am 100% caught up in all of my planners and actually ready for the next week. So I'm finally not behind anymore. I actually feel like I got a lot of stuff done this week, a lot. Feel very accomplished. So there it is. All the stuff is down. All of it's ready to go. I still have a ton of stuff left over. All of the deco, but I didn't want to use the deco on this because I'm going to use a lot of icons. So it's time for me to start pulling out all the icons and finding all the stuff that I want to put on here. So each day, because I was back planning, I knew what I was doing. So as always, like I said, I redid the sidebar there. I really needed to have the sidebar more functional for me. So I wanted to make sure that I could track my medication like I always do, which I have to make a medication leafy. I keep forgetting. It was on the list, but it got sidetracked for hot tub leafy. I don't know why. And I'm not sure why I did that, but it got sidetracked for hot tub leafy. So anyway, birthdays. This is my little Lizzie Boo's birthday was on the 16th. So I'm going to put down a little celebration leafy for that. And then I got my medication script down. I got my Instagram post script down, which I actually have a planner that I do that with, but just to make sure, I also have it in here as well that I don't miss any days. I don't know what it is about Instagram, but man, if you miss like one day, like the algorithm just like loses you. That's one of the things I hate about being a shop owner. I love doing everything shop owner related except social media. It's just not my favorite thing to do. So I actually have to put down a lot of reminders to remind myself to go in and post and make sure that I keep putting things out there so that the algorithm doesn't like forget that I exist. So anyway, now you know my little rant about social media. I do love doing plan with me's though, and so this to me isn't work. That's why you don't see anything in the sidebar that says film a video, do a plan with me, none of that stuff. It's Instagram. Instagram is like the bane of my existence. So, and if you get shadow banned, it's don't ever put anything on Instagram that's even questionably not what could be considered not appropriate for Instagram, because they will ban you and you won't even know. Like nobody will see your posts and you're like, I posted that, and then nobody will be like, what? Well, I never saw it, because they will shadow ban you. So anyway, I'm finding that out. Even in stories. I've heard horror stories from people who just post something that they think was just something funny. And yeah. Oh, I was just showing you. That says, you can't please everyone, you're not a taco. These are the new quotes. So if you haven't seen them yet, these are the new quotes that are up in the shop. I have them on the clear mat and the premium white, and they're called Life Happens 1 and 2. And I have them in the 1.5, which is what I'm using here, and then I have them in the 1.3. So if you have like an A5, which would be like, or a Stella A5, any A5, because they have the 1.3 inch size boxes. Now that doesn't mean that these are 1.5 inches wide. Obviously, these are much smaller than that. It just means that none of the ones for the 1.3 are going to be over 1.3 wide. So that way, no matter what box you put them in, they're going to fit. And same thing with the 1.5. Doesn't mean it's 1.5, but there'll be nothing over 1.5 inches wide, so that it will always fit inside of one of your boxes. So anyway, that's that. Now I'm just going to start going through my little leafies. I have a bunch of new ones, but I don't think I used too many. I'm looking at it. I don't think I used any of the new ones. Yeah, actually I did, because I got a new audiobook and I'll tell you all about it. There's my new headphone ones. So that one has like little music notes over it, but it's because, I don't know why. I picked the wrong one. I meant to pick the one that doesn't have the music over it, because I made two different headphones, one with the little music notes, so in case you're listening to music, or one with nothing over it if you're listening to like audiobooks or something like that, or podcasts or whatever. So the new audiobook that I got is called Silo, and it's if you haven't seen the show, so the show is on Apple TV. It's an Apple TV exclusive, and it's fantastic. And I loved the show so much that I wanted to get the books. So the books, there's 3 of them, and I'm just doing the first one because I watched the first season of Silo, and because I'm kind of doing it backwards and I'm not book then show, I don't want to listen to the other 2 books until I see the other 2 seasons. If that makes sense. So I'm just listening to the first book. I have all 3, but I'm just listening to the first one. And it is so good. It is so good, guys. So if you're looking for a good book, a good audiobook, and you love like that kind of mystery where you think you know what's going on. You think you know. Like you're like, oh, this is what's happening. Oh, I get it. You are wrong. You're wrong. You're totally wrong. So if you like those kind of books, Silo, get Silo. Anyway, back to the planner. I'll get off of that. So I do have a couple of other icons that I'm going to use besides Leafy. Don't worry. It's not, I don't only use Leafy, even though it probably seems like I do, because I think she's just so cute and I can't help it. But I am going to use some Once More with Love, some Happy Day. I think I even have, do I have a yeah, I think I have a, no Coffee Monsters Co. Oh yeah, I do. I have Coffee Monsters Co. I put the little, so if you get the Coffee Monsters Co. subscription, one of the sticker sheets that she gave us has these little, the little UGG heads, and it says UGG underneath. It has it on it, and so I put those next to my work every day. Next to my work day, I put the little UGG stickers because I just couldn't help it. But that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm going through all my other stickers. So Wednesday was one of those in my feelings kind of days where it just wasn't a good day. It wasn't a great day. So I put a little in my feelings. From that one was from Once More with Love. This is also from Once More with Love because I did do some filming that day after I had my little pity party. And then I had, this is a Happy Day one, and that was because I was doing orders that day and it was a little bit frantic. And then I'm just kind of flip back to the Coffee Monsters Co. So this is some of the stuff that I have left over from the subscription, and look at those little like sad faces with the UGG underneath. It's like perfect for work, just because that's just how I feel every day when I'm going to work. Is just, I gotta go to work today. So I thought those were perfect for my work days, and there's 4 of them, and there's 4 work days. So I'm gonna put all that stuff down, and then I think we're at the end. Let me see. Oh, and this is Washi Wizard, because I got notification about my washi that day. So I put a little Coffee Monsters Co. Washi Wizard on there, and that was a freebie that came in her newsletter. So if you want to get occasional freebies from Coffee Monsters Co., sign up for their email list. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.